The other day I got an email. A lady was complaining a lot, saying, Marwa, you're such a big influencer. Why would you film yourself in the toilet? And madam, I don't mind showing myself doing something we call of nature. 4 minutes. My driver will be here. My rider will be here. He's calling.
Good morning, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. This is Maxwell Lumumba Africa, and today I'm going to discuss about Kenya's subscribers are pissed off at him. Kenya is pissing on camera, and honestly, this guy is so nasty. It has upset his subscribers so much. In the comment section, they are absolutely killing him. Most of them says that he does this all the time. This is not the first time he does it. He doesn't listen. Sometimes people are eating and still he does that. And Kenya, what makes it even more worse is that you are doing it on camera and you don't even wash your hand afterwards. We can see you touching people when you are in Thailand. We are seeing you touching elevators in the Western world. That's not considered normal. It is considered extremely unhygienic and nasty. Some of your subscribers have even emailed you about it, telling you that is not right. Stop doing that. You have submitted by yourself that there is a lady who emailed you telling you that, and the response that you gave out is this. You said that is nature. Yes, urinating is natural, but doing it publicly, especially while recording yourself, is completely a different matter. It creates a bad impression and can make people think Kenyans are nasty or that they don't care about hygiene. That is unfair and so disrespectful. Kenya, people are eating and you are doing that on camera. That is disgusting and disrespectfulness. So you are a public figure. You have a camera in your hand. If nature calls, put the camera down and go somewhere private. Will you go and shit on people and record yourself doing it? Or of course no. So why would you think people want to watch you urinate on camera? Come on, Kenya, style up, have some respect for your viewers and think about basic hygiene. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who have not subscribed to this wonderful YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get updated. Watch my videos from the beginning up to the end without skipping those ads that you see there. Let us show love to this YouTube channel. Let us like all my videos. And today, I want to talk about something that honestly, I never thought I would have to discuss on a YouTube channel. And I am going to stay, or I'm going to say this directly, because sometimes somebody needs to be told the truth and reality, especially when your own audience is already telling you the same thing. Kenya, you need to stop this behavior. Your subscribers are pissed off at you, not because you are being yourself, not because you are showing nature, but because you are recording yourself urinating and putting it online for people to watch. How many times have I told people that it is not only the adult people who are watching videos? We have children, we have people in hospitals, we have people doing different things, and that makes it even more worse is what happens afterward. People are eating while watching your videos. People, subscribers or content creators usually tell people that take your popcorn, take your bananas, enjoy with me as I present this video to you people. Imagine somebody seated with the popcorn, then sees you pissing. People are watching your content with their children. People are watching your content in their homes, in restaurants, in public places. And then suddenly, they are confronted with you urinating on camera. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, man. Where is the respect? Where is the respect for your audience? Let us be very clear from the beginning. I'm not saying urinating is unnatural. Of course, it is natural. Every human being urinates. Almost all the animals, they urinate with this calling me. Almost all the animals urinate. There is absolutely nothing controversial about that. But just because something is natural does not mean you should record yourself doing it and broadcast it to millions of people. Eating is natural. Will you sit in front of the camera and deliberately eat in a disgusting manner because you want to prove that eating is natural? Sleeping is natural. Will you put every private moment of sleeping online? Using the toilet is also natural. Will you take a camera into the toilet and start filming everything because you want to tell people this is nature? Of course not. There are certain things that are natural, but they are still private. This is called basic social etiquette. Nobody directs you on what kind or the best etiquette you're supposed to handle yourself. And this is where I think Marwa is missing the point. Your subscribers are not telling you not to urinate. They are telling you, they are telling you, don't put it on camera. That's the difference. And if hundreds of people or thousands of people are making the same complaint, maybe, just maybe, you should stop and listen, because sometimes your audience is actually trying to help you. Your audience are the people who watch your videos. They are people who give you views. They are people who come there in the comment section and comment in your video. They are people who have supported you through all kinds of situations. So when they tell you something is disgusting, you don't have to fight them. You don't have to say that is nature. You can simply say, oh, okay, I hear you. I will stop doing that. That is what we call maturity. That is real leadership. That is respecting your audience. But instead, you dismiss the criticism by saying it's nature. Yes, Marwa. Nature has nothing to do with whether something belongs on camera. That's the argument you are missing. Let me give you an example. If you sneeze, that's natural. But if you sneeze directly into somebody's face, people are going to have a problem with that. If you cough, that is natural. But you are still expected to cover your mouth, like you cover your face. So if you sweat, that is natural. But you still maintain personal hygiene. If you use the bathroom, that's natural. We know that is natural. But you wash your hands afterwards. That's called hygiene. That's called consideration for other people. And that's why the hand washing issues make this even more concerning, because after you urinate, you are touching things. There is no way in that video, because you film yourself while doing everything. You touch your phone, like your phone is here. You're touching your phone. After finishing, you are opening the door with your hands. You are doing this and this. You are touching your camera also. You are touching everything. You are touching the elevators. We can see you, when you are going downstairs, touching it with your hand without washing your hand. You never washed your hand, but you are touching everything, You are greeting people. You are eating with dirty hands. You are touching other surface. So, and then you are interacting with other people. That's when people become so much uncomfortable. The issue isn't that you are a human. The issue is what you are showing and how you are behaving afterward. And I want to be very careful, because I'm not going to sit here and claim that one video proves everything about someone's hygiene. It doesn't. But when you repeatedly show your behavior that viewers consider unhygienic, they are naturally going to react. And you cannot control how people perceive something you deliberately put online. That's the reality of being a content creator. Once you press the record button, you have to understand that people are watching. And once you upload that video, you have no understand that people are going to judge what they see. You can't tell people, don't judge me. No. You gave them the footage, you uploaded it, you made it public. So people have the right to say, I don't like these. And that's exactly what your subscribers are doing. They are telling you they don't like it. They are saying, Marwa, stop it. And honestly, you should listen to them, because there is something that happens when a creator becomes too much comfortable. You start believing that everything you do is acceptable simply because your loyal followers will defend you. Nobody is going to defend you in this. That's dangerous. You need people around you who can tell you, bro, that's not a good idea. Not people who clap for everything you do. Not people who defend everything you do. Not people who say everything you do is so brilliant. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you, Marwa, you are wrong. And this is one of those moments. You are wrong, not because you urinated. That's human. You are wrong because you decided that the audience needed to see it, and then instead of listening to the criticism, you justify it by saying that's nature. No, that's not the point. The point is decency. The point is privacy. The point is hygiene. The point is respect for your audience. And there is, or with this calling me. And there is another issue I want to address. When you repeatedly display behaviors like these and then say, that is how we do things, you are at risk of creating the wrong impression about where you come from. I don't like that, because Kenya has millions of hardworking, clean, respectful people. There are Kenyan professionals everywhere in the world. They are Kenyan doctors, there are Kenyan nurses, there are Kenyan engineers, there are Kenyan veterinarians, there are Kenyan farmers, there are Kenyan teachers, they are Kenyan business people. And they travel. There are Kenyans living in United States, Canada, Australia, Britain, Europe, and all over Africa. So when you put something that many people consider unhygienic online and then defend it as simple being nature, people can easily misunderstand and make unfair assumptions. And I don't want that, because one individual behavior should never be used to stereotype an entire country. Marwa, you have a huge audience. You have people watching from different culture, and that might seem normal or harmless to you, might be considered extremely inappropriate somewhere else. That does not mean one culture is superior to another. It simply means different societies have different standards of public behavior. And as somebody who travels and interacts with international audiences, you should understand that. You should know that already. Nobody should be training you on how to do it. And if you think you are representing your brand. And whether you like it or not, people sometimes associate creators with their country. So you have to think beyond yourself. You have to think, what message am I sending? And that's why I'm saying, put the camera down. If nature calls, go somewhere private, do what you need to do, come back, continue your video. Nobody is stopping you from being human. Nobody is asking you to become a robot. Nobody is asking you to pretend that you don't have bodily function. We are simply saying some things don't need to be filmed. That's all. And I don't understand why this is even an argument, because YouTube is already full of millions of things people can watch. You don't need to show every single private moment. You don't need to prove that you are authentic by showing absolutely everything. With this calling me, but I'll be calling back. Yeah. Authenticity does not mean having zero boundaries. Let me repeat that. Authenticity does not mean having zero boundaries. You can be authentic and still have dignity. You can be real and still have hygiene. You can show your struggles and still maintain privacy. You can show your lifestyle without showing every bodily function. You don't need to show people all the physical features in your body. Nobody is interested in that. That's what maturity looks like. And sometimes I think content creators forget that their cameras is not their best friend. The camera does not tell you, maybe don't upload that. The camera simply records. You are the editor. You are the person who is trying to edit all the videos. Yeah, you are the person who decides what the audience should see. If Maro sat down and told himself that people need to see my nyash, or people need to see my cucumber, people need to see. No, if something embarrassing or inappropriate gets recorded, you have the power to cut it out. You can edit it, you can remove it, you can move on. But when you deliberately leave it and upload it, you are making a choice. And once you have made that choice, you can't blame the audience for reacting. That's where I have a problem, because I have seen creators become so defensive when people criticize them. Every criticism becomes so jealousy. Every criticism becomes hate. Every criticism becomes somebody trying to bring them down. No, sometimes criticism is just criticism. Sometimes your subscribers genuinely don't like what you're doing. And if your audience is telling you that is disgusting, you don't necessarily have to fight them. Maybe you should ask yourself, why are so many people uncomfortable with what I'm doing? That's what a nature creator does. They reflect. They don't immediately attack. They don't immediately dismiss. They don't immediately say it's nature. They listen. They think critically. Then they decide. And in this case, I think the answer is obvious. Stop filming it. It is that simple. You don't lose your masculinity because respecting hygiene. You don't lose your authenticity by having boundaries. You don't lose your freedom by respecting other people's comfortable. Actually, you gain respect and Marwa. If you are listening to this, I'm not telling you this because I hate you. I'm not telling you this because your audience is telling you the same thing. And sometimes the hardest truth is the one you need to hear. Your subscribers are not your enemies. Some of them, they have supported you for years. Some of them have defended you. Some of them have watched your videos when other people stopped watching. So when they finally tell you, bro, this is too much, maybe listening. And if somebody says people are eating while you are watching your videos, they are a legitimate concern. Imagine somebody sitting in a restaurant watching your video while eating. Your video starts and suddenly you urinate on camera. What do you expect that person to feel? They are probably going to say, what the hell am I watching? And then they may click away, or you know what? That's their right. The audience does not owe you their attention. The audience does not owe you their views. Their audience doesn't owe you their respect. They earn those things. And if you consistently give people content they don't want to see, they will simply leave. That's the reality of YouTube. The algorithm does not care about your excuses. The audience does not care about your excuses. People will click away. And another thing, Marwa, stop confusing shock value with authenticity. Sometimes creators think if I show something shocking, people will tell or will talk about me. Yes, they will, but attention is not always positive. You can become viral for wrong reason. People can remember you for something embarrassing rather than something so meaningful. You have traveled, you have built business, you have created content, and you have shown different countries and culture. You have documented your life. You have done many things that people can't discuss. Why make urinating on camera part of your brand? Why? What does it add? Does it educate people? Does it inspire people? Does it help somebody? Or does it simply make people uncomfortable? That's the question. And if the answer is that it makes people uncomfortable, then cut it out. Simple. You don't have to win every argument. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is to say, my bad. That's powerful. Imagine if you came out and said, guys, I saw your comment. You are right. I shouldn't have shown that. I will stop doing it. Do you know what will happen? People will probably respect you more because everybody makes mistake, but refusing to acknowledge is a mistake which makes the situation even worse. That is where pride becomes a problem. And I don't want pride to destroy the relationship between you and your audience, because your audience is your biggest asset, not the camera, not the location, not the house, not the car, not the views. The audience. Without views or viewers, you are just a person talking to a camera, and the audience give the content life. So respect them, respect yourself. There is nothing wrong with having boundary. There is nothing wrong with saying some things stay off camera, and actually that's make you look more mature. And finally, let me say this, Marwa, you can't be a natural as you want. You can't live your life. You can't travel. You can explore, and you can be we call it adventurous. Yeah, you can't show the world your lifestyle, but there is a line between being authentic and being unnecessarily disgusting, and I believe you cross that line here, not because you are not a human, not because you need to urinate, but because you choose to make that private moment public. So, Mura Senso, put the camera down, find a private place, take care of your business, wash your hands, come back and continue creating content that people actually want to watch. And if your subscribers are telling you something repeatedly, don't automatically call them haters. Sometimes your biggest supporters are the people who have the courage to tell you, bro, you are wrong. And today, that's exactly what I'm saying. Censor, you are wrong on these. It's natural to urinate, but it is not necessary to record it. It is not necessary to broadcast it, and it is definitely not necessary to dismiss people concerned by simply saying that's nature. Nature may not or may explain why you needed to do it. It does not explain why your audience needed to watch it. That is the difference. So, to Marwa subscribers who have been complaining, I understand what you are coming from. And to Marwa, I'm saying this one last time. Listen to your audience. They are telling you something. Don't fight them. Don't insult them. Don't dismiss them. Just listen, because sometimes the best lesson doesn't come from your enemies. It comes from the person who supported you enough to tell you the uncomfortable truth. And this is one of the uncomfortable truth. Nobody needs to watch you piss on camera. Put the camera down. Have some dignity. Have some respect. Have some hygiene, and let us move on. That's the message to Marwa. Style up, bro. Goodbye for now. Let us meet in the next video. Goodbye.